Live from the rinks in Hyde Park, New York, the Stony Brook University Seawolves take on the New York University Violets in an ACHA divisional matchup. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Danny Magnani with you, and glad you could join us. Well, after winning a two-game series against the Westchester University team by 13-0 and 4-1 scores, the Seawolves return home tonight to take on the NYU Violets in Game 2 of a home-and-home series. Last night, the Seawolves defeated the Violets 6-2, and although we don't have much information about last night's game, we can tell you a little bit about what we know. After speaking with Coach Garofalo, the teams were dotted at 2-2 at the end of one, 3-2 at the end of two, and the Seawolves did not blow the game open until the third period, and that third period included the first two shorthanded goals the Seawolves scored this year by not just your average goal scorer, but by Devin Palmieri, who is a very large player and someone who gets in front of the net and gets those dirty goals. So Palmieri, able to capitalize on two shorthanded goals, was unable to get that lead elevated for the Seawolves, and they eventually skated away with that 6-2 victory. Other than that, we will see tonight the NYU squad facing the Seawolves on what will be a bigger rink than what they usually play on in the Chelsea Piers rink. So that'll be a little different, but they play other teams as well, so I'm sure they're used to it. The Violets are playing in their inaugural season in the ACHA D1 League as well as the ESCHL League. And after winning the D2 championship last year, they've moved up. Tonight, the Seawolves will look to try to sweep the weekend series from the Violets and increase their first-place divisional lead and their national ranking, which is currently at 11. And I think it was 11 last week as well, but they've managed to hang in there right between 10 and 11, and they're 11 this week. So we'll take a look at some of the leading scorers for both teams, starting with the Seawolves. Number 14, Brendan Kalillo, in 18 games has scored 7 goals, 12 assists for 19 points. He has 3 power play goals. He has no shorties, 17 minutes in penalties, and 2 game winners. Next up for the Seawolves, number 61, Kevin Murphy. 18 games played, 10 goals, 8 assists for 18 points, 7 power play goals. He leads the Seawolves in power play goals, and 8 minutes in penalties, no game winners. Next up, defenseman Brendan Pepe. In 18 games, Brendan's got 3 goals, 15 assists for 18 points, and 10 minutes in penalties. As far as the goaltenders are concerned for the Seawolves, their top goalie of the season is Payne Yoda, but Payne will be out. He's actually battling the flu, so he will not play this weekend, and we hope for Payne to get better and start off the 2018 season. But tonight will be in net number 72, Richard Shipman. And Shipman, in 4 games that we have tallied so far, he did get his 5th win last night, but in the 4 games on the record sheet, he's 2-1 with a 2.27 goals against and a .933 save percentage. Backing him up will be Lockwood. Lockwood has a couple of games under his belt. He's 1-0. Got a 3.29 goals against and a .862 save percentage. For the NYU Violets, their leading scorer, who is not in the lineup last night, will not be in the lineup tonight. That's Michael Conslato. In 16 games, he's got 10 goals, 4 assists, for 14 points. He's got a couple of power play goals, 34 minutes in penalties, and 2 game winners, but he will not be out there tonight. Number 2 on the list for the Violets is Mason Gallegos. In 16 games, Mason's got 2 goals, 10 assists for 12 points. He has a power play goal, 29 minutes in penalties, And this team likes to take penalties. I can see why. And we did hear something about last night we'll touch on later. And a game winner. They have 3 other players tied for third place. So when that happens, we say, you know, when someone steps up for the third spot, we'll announce your name. No, just kidding. But they have 3 players tied at the third spot, so we'll just move on to their goaltenders. Their number 1 goaltender right now is Adam Salisbury, and Adam is 8 in 8 games. He's 3-2, 2.62 goals against, and a .898 save percentage. In net tonight will be number 31, Patrick Kavanaugh. And Kavanaugh will be getting the start. And Kavanaugh in 4 games is 2-1, 3.62 goals against, is .881 save percentage for Kavanaugh. Team records. Stony Brook in 18 games, their overall record is 13 wins, 3 losses, 1 overtime win, 1 overtime loss. Total goals for 79, goals against 48. Their home record in 11 games played is 9-2. They've scored 42 goals. They've given up 27. They score about a little more than 3.5 goals a game, and they give up about 2.5 goals per game. So they are still managing to stay on top of that. Their away record in 7 games played is 4 wins, 1 loss. They have a overtime win and overtime loss, and scored 37, gave up 21. So they score more on the road, almost 5.25 goals, and they give up 3. So the Seawolves are managing to do better on the road this year as of late. So we'll see how that starts to transpire in the second half of the season, because they had a lot of their home games front-loaded on the schedule. For NYU, they've played a total of 16, really 17 games, but the records are for 16 games, 8 wins, 6 losses, and 2 overtime losses. Their total goals for is 63. Their goals against is 56. At home, in 7 games, they're 5-1 and 1 overtime loss. They'll be now 5-2 as they lost to the Seawolves last night. They scored goals for 38. They give up 21. So they score about 5.5 goals, and they give up about 3. And away, they're on the 9 games that they played away, they're 3-5. 3 wins, 5 losses, 1 overtime loss. Their goals for was a little lopsided. Goals for 25, goals against 35. So they are getting outscored on the road by at least 1 goal per game. So that's why their record on the road is not as good as their home record. They also know that rink very well, and you know it's good to know your own rink. But there are a couple of tricks about the Chelsea Pier Sky Rink, and they have lively boards. And if you know how to play off the boards really well, it's almost like having another player back there making a pass. So they do a great job on their home rink, from what we understand. So those are the stats. When we look at the league stats, the ESCHL league stats, Stony Brook is in the North Division in first place with 6 wins and 2 losses with 12 points. And Syracuse is in second place at 4 wins and 1 loss. It's 4 wins, 1 overtime shootout loss, and 4 losses for a total of 11 points. Next up is NYU in 4 wins and 3 losses and 1 shootout overtime loss for 9 points. And sitting at the bottom is Rhode Island at 2 wins, 1 overtime win, shootout win, and 4 losses with 6 points. So in first place in the South Division is Liberty. Liberty is 10 wins and 1 loss, the 1 loss coming to the Seawolves for 20 points. Delaware, 5 wins and 6 losses for 10 points. Rutgers, 3 wins, 2 overtime wins, 7 losses for 10 points. And Westchester with 1 win, 8 losses, and 2 overtime losses for 4 points. So that's the ESCHL division. And the statistics for the Stony Brook Seawolves. We are missing Andy Sukoff tonight, folks. Andy is working at his job, and that's how life is sometimes. And Andy, if you're out there, we're sending our hellos and letting you know that we miss you here. Hope all is well. And maybe we can get him back for 1 game in January when there's a Saturday and Sunday I think there's one series left where the Seawolves are playing on a Saturday and Sunday. The rest of the games are going to be played on Friday nights and Saturdays from what we see so far on the schedule. So, all right, folks, they are cutting the ice and getting ready for the start of the game. Probably looking at a 8:45 start. We're going to take our little break, and we'll be back for the start of the game. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. And the teams have made their way onto the ices. We're just moments away from the start of the game. We're going to kick it down to PA announcer Jim Maritano for the team lineup announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SeaWolves hockey. This evening's ACHA matchup is between visiting NYU and your Stony Brook SeaWolves. Here now, the starting lineups for visiting NYU. Number 3, Giancarlo Procantesta. Number 9, Brandon Ritchie. Number 15, Steven Esposito. Number 23, John Kowaleski. Number 25, Dylan Key. And in goal, number 31, Patrick Cavanaugh.
We'll be back after a And we are just about set to go for the Stony Brook Seawolves against the New York University Violets. They played last night. Seawolves won 6-2. And NYU was inaugural season in the ACHA D1. They won the D2 last year. They're a big team. We'll see how they come out tonight after the loss. It was a very tightly contested game up until the third period. They're a well-coached team, as the Seawolves are as well. Seawolves have some changes in their lineup tonight. Some guys are out. Parker Bishop, one of the top defensemen, out of the lineup. Ori Benyamini out of the lineup. So we got Lynn in the lineup. We got Cosino in the lineup. A couple of mixed lines changes around. But by this time of the season, everybody's kind of used to each other, so this should actually not be an issue. Emerson is our referee. Rubin and Marone are our linesmen. We are just about ready to go. Thanks for tuning in and watching Seawolves Hockey Live. And this will be the only game of the weekend here that we're broadcasting. So Emerson's ready. Slevin on the draw. against Esposito. They battle, and the Seawolves bang it into the new NYU zone. Back together, that's number 3. That's Pocachesta. Puck is up the wall. Casita tries to keep it in and unable to do so. Back out to the neutral zone, picked up by Slevin. Slevin back to Kasha. Kasha will fire to the neutral zone, try to get it to Casino, but off the mark. And fired back in off the stick of Shipman, and Kasha is immediately met on the forecheck by NYU, but he comes up the wall on the left side. Cross corner turn dump, and Murphy in on the forecheck. All the way around the wall. Casino will come in hard on the forecheck. NYU will just get it out in center ice. Picking that puck up is Sherding, and Sherding just shouldered down Reagan with a hit. Got to watch out for NYU. They're a little feisty with their sticks, especially after the whistle. So this is what we heard last night. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see how the referees address the issue of after the whistle play. The puck is fired in over the top of the net. Shipman didn't get a piece of it, so not a shot on goal. Up the wall, Slevin is going to try to get past his man, but Kalilo will pick it up. Kalilo stops and tries to get it deeper. And on the forecheck again, here comes Riccardi, who's back in the lineup for the Seawolves after suffering his injury. Nice play here, but able to come back and pick it up was Riccardi, and Palmieri's just punched it to the wall, and he's hurt. That was a bad hit. Palmieri let that hit happen, and Richards got a piece of Palmieri there. Palmieri's not feeling it right now. He comes in trying to get some retribution. Back out to Riccardi. Hits Palmieri, fires a shot. Oh, high over the top of the net. And line changes about, so both teams will change up. Palmieri's going up against his face more than anything else, so maybe the hit came up high and he'll be looked at on the bench. Face off to the left of Kavanaugh. Face off won by the Seawolves. Dumped right back in by Molnar. Molnar, Crockett, Heffernan, Pepe, and Lind on the line for the Seawolves. This puck goes out to the neutral zone. Molnar will pick it up and try to turn it, but he's checked off the puck. The Seawolves get it back. Pepe over to Heffernan. Heffernan sends it back. 3 men on the forecheck, leaving that whole middle of the ice wide open. Back into the Seawolves zone. This is Pepe. Pepe with a touch pass. The Seawolves will dump it in and chase after it. Coming hard is Molnar. And picked up by the Violets. Now Molnar with the forecheck takes it away. Back to the point to Pepe. Fires a shot. Doesn't get through. Rebound loose in front. Crockett. His shot was blocked. Heffernan pinching in. The Seawolves will keep Lind's pass off of Heffernan back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Pepe. NYU changes. Pepe will hold. And back to Heffernan now as the Seawolves will regroup. Back into the neutral zone. It's picked up by Kay and drops it in the Seawolves zone. Pepe behind the net being watched by 2, if not 3 NYU players. This is Heffernan. Heffernan will carry it out now. Go around his check. Through the neutral zone. Here's Heffernan. Dump in. And, Heffernan is nailed into the corner post of the boards, which is really a real bad spot to get hit. But it's one of those situations. If a team's going to play a checking game, you got to hit you, and you got to make your plays as you can. This is Burns. Deflected to the corner. Kosha and deep. And back out into the neutral zone is Burns. Burns will turn and carry in. Burns immediately met at the blue line. And Burns will get it back. Cross-ice feed deflected off the stick of Mulligan. Back to was on copy. And good play by Murphy, but it was elevated and didn't get through. Slevin's going to turn Murphy. Murphy by NYU, not allowing the Seawolves much room. Seawolves do move through the neutral zone. This is Murphy and Slevin. And back into the zone. Very tightly contested game here. Nice move in front of his own net by the NYU player. And picked up in the neutral zone and carried through by Say. Say's puck is poke-checked. Back to the Seawolves zone and picked up by Sherding. Sherding's out to Slevin. Cross-ice feed to Kalilo. Kalilo on his off wing, driving the net. Kalilo comes in, shot on goal, saved by Kavanaugh. So far, we've seen a very, very tight checking game. We've had both teams kind of exchanging shots, not really much getting through right now, but kind of feeling each other out on this size rink, I'm sure. Sherding missed on that one, and coming back to get it will be Riccardi. Riccardi's being watched, and Riccardi just left it there for the defenseman, but I guess he was hoping that somebody would be behind him as he was getting harassed from behind. And Palmieri, this puck does not get out. Yes, it does. It gets out into the neutral zone, picked up by the Seawolves. Here's a 2-on-1 break if they hurry. Oh, good defensive play there. Nice defensive play by Kay. Riccardi turns around. He's got Palmieri with him. And his puck goes up the wall. Good forecheck here by the Seawolves, not allowing. And right in front is Palmieri. Oh, he just missed. Good save by Kavanaugh as Palmieri was left all alone in front of the net and had a golden opportunity. Back to the point to Sherding. Shoots. Deflected shot. Loose puck all the way down. This will probably be an icing as the Seawolves put some pressure. Helping me out tonight, folks, is the man that makes all this happen, Trevor.
Hey, how's it going? It's good to be on the broadcast, speaking on the live channel for once. To take a look at the replay here. An excellent opportunity from the Seawolves here, just taking advantage of a silly turnover.
All right, face off to the right of Kavanaugh. It'll be Slevin on the draw for the Seawolves, and he wins it. Back to get it in the corner is Murphy. Murphy will back it up. Back Slevin back to Cassina. Cassina getting some premium ice time tonight on this line. This is Slevin trying to get it to Cassina, but just not enough room there to get it to him. And that's fired in all the way in by Richards, all the way around the wall. And two Seawolves skated right past it. Shipman will stop it for Heffernan. Heffernan will carry and then deflect it over there to Pepe. Pepe up the wall. And that puck deflects off the referee, Emerson, and not out. Cassina will dump it into the neutral zone. And right on goal with the shot. And glove down is Shipman. Pepe being watched by two NYU players as they bring in two guys aggressively instantly. And they don't care where they are or what the situation is. And that's something the Seawolves are going to want to keep an eye on, because two players coming in like that is going to leave a gap somewhere. And the Seawolves will capitalize on that with their speed. Up the wall, not out. Seawolves trying to keep that puck in, and it squirts out. This is Lynn. Lynn will take in and try to get it deep. I think what the Seawolves will really want to try to do is get the puck behind the net and work the defense.
Not a lot of pressure being established on either side of the puck tonight so far.
No. Shipman had a little problem with it. Now Lynn picks it up, and cross-size feed knocked down in the neutral zone and carried in, but it's offsides.
Yeah, both teams here definitely struggling to establish dominance.
Yeah, it's just kind of in the balance. There's not one side is getting any traction. And I think it would probably behoove the Seawolves a little bit to get that puck behind the goal line and grind away.
Oh, absolutely. They did mark up, I believe 6 on the NYU goaltender last night. So definitely no stranger to the back of the net for them against NYU. And definitely an interesting home-and-home format we have with them. We usually get that with Rutgers as well.
Yeah. It is kind of an interesting scenario. That puck gets fired out out of the rink, and we'll have a face-off inside the Stony Brook zone.
But it is nice to see that, though, especially when you have teams that have such a close proximity to each other. Chelsea Piers and Hauppauge, very about an hour and 20 on a bad day.
On a bad day, yeah. Face-off won by NYU, and the shot does not get through. The Seawolves doing a good job in front of their net. That puck does not get out. And it's in no man's land right now. And the shot from the point knocked down in front by the defense. That's Kasha. Kasha will carry it, make a play off the ball, and here comes Kalillo. Kalillo and Kasha, and that puck gets past them. Back in the neutral zone. It's picked up by the Seawolves. This is Palmieri coming in with Riccardi. Riccardi drops it back, but there's nobody there. Now dumped back in the Seawolves zone. Seawolves just not communicating that well, but we've got some changes on the lines and that may have something to do with it. This is Riccardi coming up the right just to get something to the net. Now back out in the neutral zone as no one was there in the slot area. Picked up by Hahn. Hahn through the neutral zone. He's knocked down. Puck was knocked off his stick. And now it's grinding it out here. Fired in the Seawolf zone is trying to get that board to react as it does on Chelsea Piers ice. And it
definitely, as somebody who's experienced the Chelsea Piers bounce,
yes.
The rink's maybe a tenth of the bounce here.
Yeah. The walls behind the net at the rinks, except for the one on the far side.
You get a little bit of a wacky bounce down by the Zamboni door, but otherwise pretty tame.
The other one, it eats your puck. And on the face-off, backhander attempt from Violets was knocked down. Back into the neutral zone, and here comes Peck after it. It's Peck, Murphy, and Burns. They've been reunited after a couple of games of not really the greatest of play, but the coach is showing some faith in these guys. I still think he's giving them the opportunity to kind of, work together and grow together, because look, these guys could be here for the next 3 or 4 years.
Absolutely.
3 years.
Especially the ACHA, it's all about knowing what you got and building your talent.
Yeah, face-off won by the Seawolves. The Burns with the shot never got through. It was deflected, and here comes the Violet team.
I think O'Brien took that one on the leg.
And back out into the neutral zone, fired right back in the Seawolf zone, and here comes the forecheck again. And that puck is given away. Oh, bad opportunity there as Hahn tripped right over Peck and created that open spot for that shot.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that again on the replay here on your screens. A bad giveaway here right up front. Turnover. A bit of a hooking holding situation here, but turns into a golden opportunity for NYU as they get a great shot on goal.
And Shipman was really good there. Stood tall, made the save. All right, Heffernan for the Seawolves. Seawolves with the puck. And now losing it, Cassina. And Seawolves have got to figure out the NYU forecheck. They've not done that yet. And again, this is what happened to them last night. Right out in front.
Whoa!
Oh! We got a whistle.
Net's off the moorings.
All right, net off the moorings.
Denied the change.
And that was a nice deflection. That probably would have been a goal if it went in, because there was the stick was below the shoulder.
Yeah, we'll take a quick look at that here on the replay. Oh yeah, just barely.
All right, face off to the left of Shipman, and NYU wins the draw. Puck goes around the wall, and Heffernan is battling.
Good effort there. You're getting hooked and hung.
Yeah, totally. Seawolves have to really, the NYU squad is using whatever size they have. Seawolves have to use what Joey Slevins is bringing right now is speed. And they need to just keep bringing that speed. Don't get hemmed up. Don't get caught up on the wall. Dip, dive, shiver. Do what you got to do. Get away from the check and keep your feet moving. And that's what they're doing here. Slevin, centering Murphy and Cassina, Kasha, and Kawicki.
As Slevin jumped the gun, looks like he's pleading his case.
Gallegos was
to no avail.
Taking the draw for NYU as he's out there along with Tacone. And 22, that's Hopkins. Cassina in on the forecheck. Puck is loose behind the net. Murphy tried to backhand it and never got through. Knocked down by Kasha. This is turned by Slevin. Slevin's got some speed and opens. Fires a wrist shot wide. Picked up by Murphy. Backhanders around the wall. Cassina in hard on the forecheck. But the puck comes up the wall. Cassina's now pinned to the wall. He'll carry it. Nice pass to Murphy. Murphy trying to find Slevin. Shot. Oh, he didn't get all of it. But it was deflected. Good keep in by Kasha, but now the Violets break out in the neutral zone. This is Murphy, sends up Slevin again, coming out right wing, 2-0 with Kasha. Here he comes back. Oh, good defensive play. Slevin. Cassina with the shot, never got through. And Cassina's knocked down from behind. No call on the play. Oh, no, there's that.
You got to be careful of that blue line there.
Yeah,
actually, no, that was the CrossFit logo.
I'm not sure Cassina's okay. He just seems to be a little slow here.
NYU definitely bringing the checking this early part of the game.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, I think they do that to try to take the Seawolves off their game, which they know. They're a fast skating team, and they like to pass the puck and move the puck. But when you're bringing in 3
Great
players,
turnover here.
yeah, this forecheck they're bringing in with 3 players has to leave an opening somewhere, and the Seawolves have just got to expose that. Here comes Lynn now. Lynn with it. Nice pass over to Crockett. Walks in, fires a shot, loose puck. Kavanaugh couldn't hold it, and golden opportunity on the rebound. Seawolves unable to capitalize. Picked up by Crockett, turning in the neutral zone. And offsides was Molnar. This is a game that the Seawolves are going to have to earn it.
Absolutely.
Again.
I think they're off to a little bit of a slower start than they would expect to be tonight.
Yeah, I mean, last night they were locked at 2-2, and then 3-2, and then, you know, it wasn't until the shorthanded goals that Palmieri scored late in the third period. Now that puck is loose. Shipman's going to just jump on it.
Now, did you say shorthanded goals?
2 by Palmieri.
That's something we haven't seen from the Seawolves in quite a while.
They haven't had any this year. Those are the first 2.
They sound like a certain professional New York hockey team.
Face off to the right of Shipman. Seawolves in a battle here. Peck gets it out into the neutral zone. Burns coming hard on Esposito. Burns comes away with it, but he's checked off the puck. And that puck's fired in all the way around. Yoon for the Seawolves will poke it back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Moeller. Moeller will send it across. No, he won't. He'll hold it. And now the puck is picked off by the Seawolves. This is O'Brien. O'Brien's going to turn, make a button hook move, get knocked down for his troubles. But Burns will work it behind the net. He gets it back to O'Brien, and back up to the point to Yoon send it down low. Peck will pick it up. Peck will send it back, but nobody there on the cycle. Back into the neutral zone is Yoon. Yoon will get it to Sherding. Sherding will get it to Peck. Peck will send it back across, and Burns will get it across to O'Brien, who's walking in. Oh, shoots high over the net.
Sherding just hanging on the back door.
Yeah. Nice pass over to Burns. Burns will just try to let it go, but it's blocked. NYU, credit them. They're doing a great job blocking shots, too. They're not letting a lot get through. They're pinning men in the back. Seawolves are going to have to do something here to get something going, but he's 2-on-1 opportunity. Shot right on, saved by Shipman. Sherding going hard against, that's Ritchie. Ritchie, 5'11". And that pass was looking for a deflection from the point.
Full change from the Seawolves here.
And NYU will dump in, and they will change some. And some will stay on as their forecheck, their 3-man forecheck is battling hard for the Seawolves to get through. This is Kalilo. Overskates the puck. They'll send it around. Riccardi back to the point to Heffernan, will just send it back around the wall. Kalilo on the chase. Gets it back up to Palmieri. Palmieri has to turn. And again, they can't just get a couple of passes together. Nice move by Pepe. Pepe, turnaround shot. Oh, and it was fanned on. Heffernan will chase down. Plenty of time to get to the puck. And he'll cross-ice feed. And unfortunately, it'll be an icing.
Oh, and here's some after-the-whistle play here happening in the back.
And Emerson's going to send off Mulligan for NYU for roughing. And they're both going to get roughings. It'll be a 4-on-4.
It is just NYU, just Mulligan's going. And that will essentially negate the icing.
I thought he actually was calling it on both of them.
No. You saw the arm motion for one roughing.
Yeah. Okay, so roughing on NYU's Scott Mulligan. And face-off in a neutral zone, so the icing is waved off. And Slevin now gets pushed out of the face-off circle, but might have been on purpose. Seawolves on their first power play of the game, as Pepe is being watched by Richards. There's a cross-ice feed up the ice. Here comes Joey Slevin down right wing. Slevin turns, and looks. He's got Kosher at the point, but he missed it off the stick.
A little too hot to handle.
Yep. And now the Seawolves have tried to get it done again as they come back through the neutral zone. Kalilo will get it up to Pepe. Kalilo took the hit to get the pass to Pepe, sending it around the wall. Kalilo will get to it this time, makes a move. And again, they get stuck on the wall. They got to keep their feet moving. Here's Kalilo with the puck. Good job. Back to the point to Pepe. Down to 1:08 to go. And the power play. Oh, there's a shot. And they get off the pads of somebody in front.
That's got to be at least the 10th block shot from NYU in this first period.
Yeah, they're blocking a lot of shots. They are. And right now they're blocking even more for the power play. This is Pepe coming in. Oh, he had Lynn going. And you know the Seawolves, I mean, when they've got Lynn on the power play here. So here's on a shorthanded opportunity comes NYU. Shot right on. Save by Shipman. So we got Lynn, Murphy, and now Riccardi on this power play. Back to Sherding at the point, over to Hune. Hune will control down to 25 seconds to go in the man advantage. This is Riccardi with the puck. Riccardi will hold. NYU playing a very loose box. Picked up. Back to Sherding at the point. He'll take the shot, but everything is blocked in front of the net. Got to make sure they've got an opening man behind that net on the side. Back to the point. Back to Hune. Hune with the fake shot to Sherding. Sherding to Riccardi. The one-timer. Didn't get through. He will still control the puck. Hune will send it across into the corner. Riccardi in to get it. Another nice play. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. We're moments away from the start of the second period. Our scorer in that period was on the Seawolves side. It was Peck got the goal.
It was Peck from Hune with
Charles Peck
2:08 to go. Late period goal
from Kyle Yoon. And it was right after the Seawolves failed on their power play. But what they did in a great way is they were able to keep the puck in the zone, and the NYU squad was unable to change, and they were just dead on their feet. And the Seawolves were able to move the puck around and get the puck. And Peck took a shot and sniped the far side over the glove of Kavanaugh, goalkeeper for NYU. The shots on goal were 11 for the Seawolves, 8 for NYU. And right at the end of the period, the NYU squad took a penalty. That's number 15, Steven Esposito. The captain took a penalty, took a 2-minute minor, and the Seawolves will start the second period on fresh ice with a power play.
Dangerous proposition for the Seawolves.
Yeah, absolutely, and maybe an opportunity to maybe get some momentum going, because again, either side could really establish any flow. There was like just no flow. It was back and forth. It was in the neutral zone. A lot of block shots, fair amount of hitting, not a lot of offense or playmaking. Just kind of like a lunch pail game. Like a 12 o'clock men's hockey league game, All right, face off at center ice as we are going to be watching the Seawolves on a 2-minute power play. Killing the penalty on the PK is Richards, 29. It's Horowitz, 25 is K, and 3 is Ponchechesta. Killing it for NYU. And the Seawolves will have Murphy, Riccardi, Lynn, and Riccardi unable to get that puck and fired back into the Seawolves zone. Shipman's got to go back and get it, but he's just going to sit back and wait in the net as Horowitz will go get it for NYU. This puck now is turned not over, picked up by Murphy, and the Seawolves finally get in the zone. And nice stick check on Murphy. Puck fires all the way around the wall. The good thing about fresh ice is the puck moves really well. The bad thing is if you're not moving with it, it's going to fly away from you.
And could certainly turn into turnover city very quickly.
Yeah, Seawolves need to settle down here and get something going here with the last minute 5 to go. NYU doing a heck of a job on the PK right now. Seawolves haven't even gotten a sniff. And that puck is off a skate and out of the zone. And now Seawolves got to go back and get it, but Shipman will send it up to Sherding. Sherding will just give it away, and it's back behind the net again. Just not a very good start for the Seawolves here. And what the power play does is it either helps you build momentum or it helps the other team build momentum, and you don't want that. Shot by Palmieri was a blocker save. That was a snipe. Hard shot from Palmieri. Seawolves were down the last 25 to go. Now have Kasha and Sherding at the points. Kasha with the one-timer and blocked to the corner. Not out. Kasha keeps it in. Good play by Kasha. Kasha will stick it down to Palmieri. Palmieri to Colillo. Colillo with some open ice. Fires a shot. Deflected to the corner. Just looking to get a stick on it in front. As the power play now is over. In just a matter of 2 seconds, back to Colillo, who fumbles over it. Picked up by Palmieri. Back to Slevin, who overskates it. And back down the ice. Pepe will go get it. And good job by NYU to kill that 2-minute power play. Kasha off the wall. Back into the Seawolves zone. Kasha chasing it. As along with the NYU Esposito, who just came out of the penalty box. And back into the Seawolves zone. Kasha will pick it up, send it back across to Pepe. Pepe being watched really hard by Richie. Richie has been a real pest for the Seawolves tonight because his forechecking has really done a number on turnovers in the Seawolves zone. And If NYU is to capitalize tonight with his name on the score sheet, I will not be surprised.
I think you and everybody else watching this game wouldn't be surprised, Andy.
All right, back into the Seawolves zone, picked up by Pepe. Pepe will hold behind the net. Watched again. He has to keep moving his feet. Now he almost gives it away, and he does now because, again, the forecheck is so intense they have to be aware, and Molnar just trying to chip it out, unable to do it. This is replaying. Oh, that was a bad bounce off the wall.
That was an actual turnover there.
Yeah, and this one is sent all the way out. This is not really an icing because I think it was hit out by an NYU player, but they're going to call it anyway.
So you were talking about turnovers, and I was going to say not quite all turnovers for the Seawolves. NYU not exactly capitalized. They might be poking the puck away, but they're not exactly turning the puck over.
Yeah.
And it's something that NYU needs to do if they look to really capitalize on a, let's be honest, a sleeping Seawolves team right now.
Yeah, right now, totally sleeping. I mean, and you could see it on that first initial power play. They just would not.
The first 90 seconds were nothing.
Yeah.
It's just turnovers.
Yep. There's a shot up right on goal. Shipman with the save, and he gloves it down.
A great motion in front of the net there, in front of Shipman, to try to generate a screen.
Right. So right now, NYU is bringing their A game, and the Seawolves are lounging around in a SeaWorld, if you know what I mean. They need to pick it up, and they need to pick it up rapidly.
I think they need to break out.
On the draw for the Seawolves, won by NYU. They've been winning a lot of the draws in the second period. Now Lynn will chase it down for the Seawolves and hoist it into the neutral zone. Picked up by Molo, just tap it into the NYU zone, but it's right back out into the neutral zone and picked up by Lynn again. Lynn will turn and bank it off the wall to Molnar. Molnar will dump, not get it all the way in, but the Seawolves will pick it up. This is Crockett sending it across. Oh, what a goal by Hart! His first of the season. I think it's his first. Right off the bench.
Kavanaugh is just in a state of shock.
Comes Sean Hart, and Sean Hart puts it in.
Let's take a look at the replay. And look at this, wide open.
All night long, those passes have not been getting through, and there you go. You get one, and you capitalize. And that's the difference between the team that's ranked in this league and the team that's not.
There's definitely some sleeper teams sitting outside the rankings, but getting into the top 25 means you're doing a lot of things right. It's a highly competitive ranking in this league.
And that's the point I'm trying to make there, that the Seawolves will find those opportunities and capitalize on them. NYU has had many opportunities tonight to put the Seawolves in the rears, and they have not been able to do it. Not yet, at least. Back in the neutral zone, here comes NYU on the off wing. That's Heffer. Schnall. And this puck goes back to Shirting. Shirting will try to send Palmieri up on the wing on a pass. Puck goes past Shirting. And now NYU breaking down. Good play by Riccardi to get back as he's checked off the puck, but now it's picked up by Hart. Hart, who did score the goal for the Seawolves, is on the ice for his second or third shift of the game. Nice shot on goal and stick to the corner by Kavanaugh. Palmieri sends it back behind the net. Kalila will turn and hold the puck. Send it in front! Palmieri shoots it over the top of the net. Almost number 3. Seawolves coming very close. Esposito for NYU dumps in. Chases after it. Hard is on him. It's picked up by 23. Takes it to the front of the net. Shipman able to get on it and hold it. Good move there by Kowaleski to get that puck to the net. Kowaleski using his size, 5'10", PA, born and bred kid.
And they're just trying to just barge through the front door there on Shipman, and no dice.
All right, face off to the right of Shipman. O'Brien on the draw for the Seawolves. And there's O'Brien, Peck, and Burns on the ice, and they've already contributed to a goal. This is Burns sending it to Peck. His stick was lifted. Heffernan will wind and fire, and gobbled up by Kavanaugh. Burns making a nice pass, and Peck's stick was lifted, and he wasn't able to get a stick on it. But Kavanaugh did get a shot. Kavanaugh with the save. Face-off in the violet zone with to the right of Kavanaugh. It'll be O'Brien again. O'Brien will go up against Gallegos. Gallegos wins it cleanly. And face-off win by the NYU all the way around the wall. And here's a 2-on-1 potential. Oh, nice. I'm not sure whether or not Shipman got a piece of that, but
I think
it was
just got a little piece.
It might have been a save. Nice save there. And here's a chance for the Seawolves again. This is O'Brien. He's got Peck with him. With Heffernan. Oh, and Peck got the shot off, and a save was made. Seawolves got to get back.
That pass off.
They get back fine. As that's one thing the Seawolves have is they do have speed. And from every position almost, too. And now Peck flew the zone. Puck did not get out. Deflected. Ooh, whoa. Just over the top of the net. Burns unable to get it out. We are in the period of the longer shift change, so we got to keep an eye on the Burns line. O'Brien and Burns, these guys like to stay on the ice. They should be dumping and getting off now. Burns trying to make a move.
So much
through
time
the
and
legs.
space.
And back out to the neutral zone, picked up by the Seawolves as they will get their change. Pepe will pick it up and send it back across to Kowicki. Kowicki will fire it up the wall. This is Slevin. Slevin with a nice zigzag move. Picked up by Kowicki. Sends it to the net, deflected just wide. Slevin coming back and taking Kowicki's spot, but Kowicki is back too.
Seawolves definitely looking a lot more focused.
Yes, that one goal just lifted them, and I think they know they dodged a bullet. With
almost
that,
like
with that
everything
early start.
seemed to click.
It was like almost watching Seawolves of old in the second period, where you tend to have a little bit of a letdown after scoring 6 or 8 goals in the first period, Now, Kowicki having a little trouble with Horowitz all over him. Nice play by Horowitz, and Horowitz almost steals it again. This is chipped out. Murphy in after it. Being watched by Moeller. Murphy goes around the walls, being held up by Moeller. Now, Cosina could not control it. Back out. Here comes Horowitz through the neutral zone on his off wing. And Hume will just take the puck away. It'll go around the wall. Back to Horowitz. Out in front. Picked up by Murphy. Murphy will hoist it into the neutral zone. Knocked down with the glove. And Hume will take it for the Seawolves. He'll get it over to Slevin. Slevin down right wing. Slevin will send it to the net. Just looking for a weak backhander or something. And Murphy.
All right, and Emerson's had enough, and he's going to take both of them.
Yeah, I think Murphy swung at the goalie while he had the puck in his glove, and a little retaliation at the end of that play, and they'll both sit for 2.
Actually, no, it looks like just Murphy.
No, it's just going to be Murphy. Okay, Emerson's the...
That is perfectly fine. Deserving of the penalty.
All right, so now there's a... Stony Brook will be on the PK, and we'll get to see NYU's power play. NYU comes out on their power play with Koleski, Ritchie, Esposito, Richards, and now Esposito's tossed. Taking the draw will be Hopkins. So it's Hopkins, Esposito, Ritchie. And taking the draw for the Seawolves is Crockett. Crockett wins it and fired all the way down by Sherding. Crockett is your man. He's the guy you want to have out there taking those face-offs in the defensive zone on the PK for sure. Nice work down low. Excellent job by the Seawolves' Molnar, as Molnar was able to just put the hammer down and prevent that breakout. Now the Seawolves are doing their work. Molnar coming in hard again.
Big hit. A very aggressive penalty kill so far.
NYU's coming through the neutral zone. This is Ritchie with the puck. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins sends it across to Esposito. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins has room. Sends it back to the point. Fakes the shot. Rebound loose in front.
Whoa!
And Shipman able to get a stick on it. He was unable to get it out. NYU still controls it. Hopkins across to Esposito. Sends it around past Ritchie. Koleski around the ball and all the way out. Seawolves, excellent job. Both teams change.
Will Kavanaugh realize that? No, he's just going to hold it back.
All right, Seawolves come back out with Palmieri and Riccardi. And Sherding and Kasha on D. That's Gallegos on the wall, loses it. It's picked up by Sherding. Sherding's going to rush it. Sherding will skate around with it. He's got Riccardi with him. Sherding comes in, saved by Kavanaugh, looking for that shorthanded opportunity.
I think he went around 4 NYU players.
Look at Sherding. Sherding is he's going to be gassed. And he said, good play by Kashi here to step up.
I think somebody's trying to pull Sherding. And Sherding's like, no, I'm good.
8 seconds to go in the man advantage. Puck not out yet. Blocked down by good play by Riccardi to deflect it. Here comes Kasha. Kasha's got Murphy. Murphy's got Palmieri. Oh, and the shot just going top shelf, which is part what you want to do, but he was too far in. Seawolves just picking up their game and just playing much better right now. NYU is kind of just making the errors now that they weren't making before. This is Riccardi in on the off wing. Riccardi with the backhand feed, trying to get it in front. We'll get it back to Josh at the point. One-time shot. Saved by Kavanaugh to the corner. The puck goes. Oh, what a big hit. Palmieri just put a. Oh, and a cross check.
The retaliation's going to go.
Oh, the retaliation penalty by Mola was priceless.
And unfortunately, our camera feed drops out in the middle of this check here. The intensity was enough to knock the feed out.
Folks, let me tell you, it was the ultimate retaliation hit.
And there it is.
And right in front of the referee.
There are things you just don't do. I saw a check earlier today, and I'm looking at the people around me. I'm like, you just don't do that. And I think the same thing applies here.
Face off to the right of Kavanaugh. Slevin on the draw. Seawolves on another power play here. Let's see if they can actually maybe capitalize on it. They have a really good power play when they use it. Nice play here by the Seawolves, keeping that puck in the zone. Back to Kasha. Kasha looks in, fires a shot low, rebound in front, loose puck. Back out in the neutral zone. Good job by NYU to get that puck out. Pepe drawing it all the way back in. Kasha will send it back behind the net to Pepe, take a hit, and carry out. This comes Pepe. Pepe will dump in. Kalila will go after it. And Kasha will come in and pick the puck up and dump it down to Kalila. Kalila will send it back up the wall to Kasha. Kasha holds, moves to the middle, sends it across to Kalila. Kalila fake shoots. And Palmieri looking for the deflection. Picks the puck up to Kalila, back out to Pepe. Pepe with the puck. Pepe shoots and deflected to the corner. Seawolves all over the puck here. Back to the point to Kasha. Kasha sends a wrist shot. Oh, glove save. As Palmieri in front of the net with 3 NYU players.
Yeah, just checking in, make sure no funny business here. We'll take a look at the replay of this opportunity here, and I don't know how this doesn't make its way in. It's the same thing that happened on the other side. Puck sitting out here, golden opportunity, and NYU does a fantastic job to clear the puck out of the zone.
All right, down to 57 to go in the man advantage. And face-off win by the Seawolves. Kasha, actually that's Sherding who just fanned on it, back out in the neutral zone. And now we're going to have a penalty. And the Seawolves are going to be guilty of a hold. And there will be a shortened power play as Lynn will sit for 2 minutes for holding.
And that'll do it right there.
Again, Lynn usually in the lineup and then not usually on the power play. But, like I said, everyone's got to have an opportunity to play when someone's down and out. And this is Lynn's chance to show the coaches what he can do. So sitting 2 in the box right now. 4-on-4 action for another 51 seconds. And then NYU, barring any other calls, will have the man advantage for just a little over a minute. Picked up by Riccardi. Riccardi on the left wing side, buttons hook, and back to the point to Yoon. Yoon will send a shot. Oh, right over the top. The screen was there, set by Murphy. This will go all the way down. This will be an icing. And back into the NYU zone. And we are down to
7:54.
7:54 to go in the second period. You're watching the Stony Brook University Seawolves against the NYU
Violets.
And happy to see that the New York Rangers have defeated the New Jersey Devils by the score of 5-2. And we got a hand pass in the zone.
Actually, I don't know if that was a hand pass. I think that was a The referee made a kicking motion.
We'd like to give you some other scores right now. The Blue Jackets are beating the Coyotes, or defeated the Coyotes 1-0. Tight game there. The Bruins are defeated the Islanders 3-1. The Islanders have dropped 3 in a row. I don't know if anybody's watching, but
yeah, the Islanders in a little bit of a tailspin.
Fun the point.
Deflected.
On a one-timer from Pepe. Deflected high over the top of the net. NYU will come out with it as Seawolf was held down. It's a 3-on-2 shot. Saved by Shipman. Credit Shipman for staying in there because there were many opportunities to move that puck in different directions. One directly across the ice and one directly back. And he focused on the shooter, which is what you got to do as a goalie. Face off to the left of Shipman. We got Crockett on the draw. As now we're down to 8 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. And then there'll be a 1 minute and 10-second power play for NYU. Face off won by NYU.
Shots on goal 15-17.
Very close. It's Kowaleski holding the puck a long time, but just waiting for that clock to wind down. There's a shot off the rebound from Esposito. Did not get through. And backhanded all the way down by Sherding. Boy, I got to tell you, Frank Sherding has been a monster for the Seawolves this year. I mean, he really has.
It's hard to hold a player to the same standards as Chris Joseph was for the Seawolves.
It totally is. But
Sherding's giving him a run for his money with his performance this year.
He's just played incredible this year. Back to the point. Shot right on. Oh, it went off the post.
That was
the crossbar.
That was actually both. It was the corner. That's how you get a weird bounce like that.
Yeah. That was a shot from Hopkins that got through. Molnar almost with the steal on Hopkins. Hopkins will carry across. Hopkins head up all the way. Oh, there's a shot that got through. And credit Shipman again for being focused. Able to make that save. That was a weird carom off the stick of Hopkins onto a stick, another NYU stick, and a shot. Good forecheck here. This is Riccardi. What work here on the PK by the Seawolves tonight? They are not giving NYU anything.
Tonight, nobody's giving anybody anything. 0 for 2 for NYU, 0 for 3 for Stony Brook.
Loose puck in front. That puck does not get through. Side of the net. That puck hits out in front. Back to the point. Shot. Oh, it sailed wide, and Shipman was actually screened on it, so he really didn't see that puck go past.
If that puck was on target, it was probably going in. Net's off.
All right, Seawolves controlling the puck. And now losing it, but now getting it out. Good job by Riccardi. This is not going to call this an icing. Oh. The sigh from the crowd.
Garofalo is not happy that the NYU skater stopped skating towards the end of that.
With a rolling puck, too. I mean, you couldn't make it any more obvious. But anyway, Seawolves have to suck it up here. And got some bent knees and sticks on the knees and just trying to get some wind and get that puck out. Kalillo actually got Richards tossed, and he'll go up against Mulligan. Now
he'll get tossed.
Kalillo's tossed, and Riccardi comes in, which is what they wanted. Shot from the point goes wide, trying to get a deflection in front, but it sailed wide. Puck is loose. Seawolves got to get this puck out. NYU was guilty of not being able to do that, and it cost them a goal. Seawolves do get it out. And down it goes, and the Seawolves will get that change. Picked up by the Seawolves, back out in front. And we're going to have a penalty. Interference.
Holding is the call. Holding interference.
I think it's going to be interference.
Either it's 2 minutes on the board. I saw the hold, so I think it's going to be
Moeller.
Speaking of other folks from the team not here tonight, no Colin Brumstead tonight. He's at home taking care of his 1-year-old. His wife
had a baby girl.
Just delivered.
Yes, Colin Brumstead. Congratulations to you and your wife. And
another healthy girl brought into the world.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the Brumsteads. I'm sure Colin's watching.
Oh, he absolutely is. Coach Garofalo told me that Colin would be watching the game tonight from home.
All right. Colin, this bud's for you. All right. Seawolves control the puck in their zone. Kasha will send it across to Pepe. Pepe will get around Esposito and make a move wide. Carry the puck around the net. Good job here by Pepe holding the puck. He'll try to dump it back, but now it gets loose and deflected in front. This is going to be another icing. No one's changing here. Oh, no, it's actually the power play. My apologies. Seawolves are on that power play again. Let's see if they can get something going. Slevin able to chip it in. This is Lynn. Lynn sends it across. Picked up by Murphy. Back to Pepe at the point. Pepe has a shot, but he doesn't take it. Back across to Murphy. Murphy, oh, his shot just was deflected all the way down, but Murphy's looking to get off. And Pepe will get back there and pick it up for the Seawolves as he's being watched by. Pepe's having a lot of problems with the puck tonight. I don't know whether he's just being too slow with it or they're just catching up to him, but he's had a couple of issues tonight. This is Kasha with the puck. Over cross to Schurting, one-timer. Save. And again, like you said, we are in a very tough time of year. Flu season, all sorts of things going on with players and right up the wall. Kalilo trying to get it, and it's good forechecking by NYU. Got it. And then right back in, coming right after it again. Cross-ice feed to Schurting. Schurting has to play a tough puck. Now breaking in is Kalilo. Fires a shot. Glove save by Kavanaugh. Back up to the point to Yoon. Yoon controls the puck. Back across. This is Riccardi. And Riccardi just sends it off the wall. Seawolves just having some difficulty with power play cohesion here. Out in front. Loose puck. Seawolves pick it up again. Turning and shooting is Palmieri. Blocked down. Never got through. Palmieri in front. Battling hard as Riccardi holds the puck for Yoon. Riccardi, one-time shot through the screen. Save. Yoon in the wall. Picked up by Kalilo as he loses it. Hoisted back out into the neutral zone as we're down to the last 2:17. Fired back in, onside. Picked up by Burns. Burns holds, sends it across. Oh, trying to get Peck. Couldn't get to him. Peck, good job, keeps that puck in. This is O'Brien. O'Brien makes a move out in front. Trying to get Peck again, and Peck's pushed off the puck. Good defensive play there by the NYU player. That was Say. No, actually, it was Koleski.
That was 23.
Koleski, yeah, but nice defensive play on Peck, not allowing him to get to that loose puck, pushing him off.
Can't take anything away from this NYU team. Despite who this Stony Brook team is, they're playing right there with them.
All even up here. Shots are very close as well. 19-16.
I mean, the shots on goal would look a lot different if NYU wasn't as proficient with shot blocking as they were. But
this is
they're
Pepe.
doing a great
Pepe
job.
being watched by Richie. Pepe got to control that puck. Good job by Pepe this time. Very good patience with Pepe, and just he was not going to get knocked off that puck this time. He's got another chance. This is Richie coming back again. This time he'll get it up the wall to Peck. Peck will get it out. Burns will just send it down into the neutral zone, picked up by Koleski. Koleski to Richie, but it's picked up by Burns. It's 2-0. Burns to
Oh my God.
Easy as pie. Burns to Miller. How did that happen?
I think it all started with what I think was a missed offsides call.
I'm looking at the coach on the NYU squad.
And he just can't believe it.
And his hands are at his head.
So here is here's the turnover right here, and Burns is just off to the races.
Yeah, there was no offsides there. It was just no D.
Well, we're gonna actually roll it back further. It's not an offsides on Stony Brook that was missed. It was an offsides on NYU that was missed.
Oh, okay.
And we'll roll the tape back. We'll pull the clip up and take another look.
All right, Seawolves got that third goal now. They're up 3-0. Nice turnaround shot by the NYU player. We're going to have another penalty here on the Seawolves. as they took down an NYU player, and it'll be a cross-check. It'll be Kowicki. And the faceoff will be back into the Seawolves zone as they will try to kill off another 2-minute power play. Cross-checking is the call on Mike Kowicki. The Seawolves will have Crockett, Sherding, Hune, and Molnar. Esposito will take the draw for NYU. Along with Ritchie is out there, along with Richards and Hopkins. There's a shot for the point. Saved by Shipman, and another save. Good job by Shipman, and good job by Molnar to get that puck out. Crockett on the forecheck. Picked up by Hopkins. Hopkins will send a pass to Ritchie. Ritchie will try to make a move around Hahn, but not able to do it. Back up to the point, Esposito. Cross-ice feed. Shot blocked by Sherding. Off the stick of Hopkins. Ooh. Oh, that was a weird
That's like a weird bounce.
Esposito will start out for NYU, being watched by Crockett. As we're down to the last 20 seconds of the period, this power play will continue into the third period. But right now, NYU is having a difficult time getting through the neutral zone.
5 seconds.
5 seconds to go. This is Hopkins walking in, trying to make a move around Sherding. No sound. And at the end of 2 periods, the Stony Brook Seawolves lead the NYU Violets by the score of 3-0. Shots on goal through 2 periods. 20 for the Seawolves, 16 for NYU. We are going to take our second intermission break and be back for the start of the third period. Thanks for tuning in and watching Seawolves Hockey Live.
Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Trevor Mignani here with Andy Mignani. We're at the start of the third period, and the Seawolves lead 3-0.
And we're going to be watching the PK, the Seawolves PK
Absolutely.
for the next 56 seconds.
Go quickly through the stats for the period. Shots on goal through 2. Seawolves got 21, NYU 16. 2 goals that period from Stony Brook. The first from Hart and Crockett at 16:04. The second goal of the period scored by O'Brien, assisted by Burns at about a minute 19 left to go in the period. Penalties, however, whole nother story.
Oh, yeah.
We had the carryover penalty from NYU to start the period off. Then it kind of alternated. We had Murphy going off for a slashing, Mulder for NYU going off for cross-checking, Lynn for holding, Mulder for holding, and Kowicki for cross-checking, and that rounds out the penalties.
And Kowicki is sitting in the box now for another 56 seconds, and Seawolves have done pretty well on the PK tonight, too.
Yes, both teams have done very well in the PK. No side here yielding a power play goal.
All right, Seawolves will come out with Crockett, Molnar, Sherding, and Yoon. NYU will start with Hopkins on the faceoff. Hopkins, faceoff right to Sherding. Sherding will fire it all the way down. And stopping it is Kavanaugh, but gets past him. Hopkins will go back to get it. Watched by Crockett. Crockett in on the forecheck. Yoon is back with Sherding, and then we have a floater. Koleski. Oh, okay, this is a nice pass on the off wing. A shot high off the back wall. Molnar fighting hard to win that puck battle, and he does. Fires it all the way down. Crockett in on the forecheck, but not all the way in. Picked up by, good night for the refs here. Nothing crazy. Face off to the right of Kavanaugh. Picked up by Kawillo. Drops it to Kasha, but it was a weak shot off. There's a breakaway opportunity here. Kowicki coming in. Defensively makes a nice play. And going all the way to the wall hard was White. Holding it at the point. Squirts through, and that puck just skids wide on a weak shot by Peck from Peck on the NYU side. Cardi makes a move, and the Seawolves will try to get out. They'll bounce it off the wall in the neutral zone. The puck is knocked down, sent back behind the Seawolf net. Shipman will hold it as NYU goes for a full-scale change. This is Riccardi with lots of room in the neutral zone. Will skate up, and his attempt is passed all the way back down in the Seawolves zone as now the Seawolves begin their change. And as the forecheck for NYU comes in, cross-ice feed all the way across from Murphy, and that puck is offsides as now Palmieri will change. Cross-corner dump. Horowitz tried to get it there, but getting in his way was Kasha. Slevin down right wing with the puck. Tries to get it to Murphy. Murphy held up nicely there. Could not get a pass. Reagan held Murphy up. Puck does not get out. Kept in by Heffernan. Nice job by Heffernan. Now to Slevin just off his stick. And this puck back into the Seawolves zone. Heffernan will get it back to Pepe. And nice feed out to Murphy. Murphy trying to get around his man is held up nicely by Mulligan. But Murphy does get the puck in deep. Cosina in on the forecheck for the Seawolves. And this is Horowitz coming down right wing, being watched by Heffernan. Heffernan staying on him. Slevin staying with his man. Good back check by the Seawolves back up to the point. Tacone sends it back behind the net. And this puck does not get out. Sent all the way in. Shot right on. A save by Shipman. Oh, and I think Shipman made 2 saves on that play. Here's a giveaway. Oh, pad save by Shipman off the turnover. Back into the Seawolves zone and back out to the neutral zone. This is Tacone on right wing. Tacone carries in. Sends it back to Ritchie. Walking in. Save. Oh, and then the net was off the mooring. No line change here.
Yeah, that was an NYU player kind of going full bore right into Shipman there. We'll take a look at that on the replay. A great opportunity here. Quick break into the zone, sets up the opportunity, and you'll see it right here. Goes to the backhand and just forgets that he has a goaltender in his way and knocks the net off.
Yeah, Shipman's a big kid.
Yeah, no, definitely not one I would want to mess with here.
I think he stuck his lug out and boom.
A little bit of confusion here on the ice here as Stony Brook waiting for the for what is a non-existent change.
Right.
And a little miscommunication. No harm, no foul.
All right, face off to the left of Shipman. Seawolves win it. This is Shirting with the puck. Shirting up the wall to Burns. Burns will just fire it in. Peck Burns and O'Brien in. And Hart hesitated, then came in, but that was a good play because he was able to get the puck to Peck. This is O'Brien back to Hart, who already has a goal tonight. That puck floats way up in the air after being hit. Tipped. This puck doesn't get out. Able to keep it in was Peck. O'Brien. Now Koleski comes out with it down the left wing. On the off wing, he tries to get a shot, but it's blocked. Didn't get through. Pass out in front. And that shot off of the stick of Regan sailed into the netting off a deflection. So face-off in the Seawolves zone.
4:40 gone by in this third period.
Yeah.
And NYU getting close. But close, unfortunately, only counting in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah. So while we have so right now, the Seawolves haven't scored on the power play. Neither has NYU. Both teams have done effective jobs on the PK. And the goals basically have come from just, if you call them mental lapses, you want to call them mistakes that NYU has made. And
that was a big hit behind the net there.
Seawolves just took advantage of those mistakes. Back up to the point, shot right on, and actually never got through. Crockett was able to get a stick on it or a leg on it. Lynn took a big hit to get that puck out. Yoon will send it back around to Kasha. Kasha will send it up to Lynn. Lynn will cross-ice feed to Molnar on the right wing side. Tries to get it to Crockett. Could not get through. And this is Mulligan. Mulligan being watched by Kasha. Mulligan carries the puck, gets it knocked to the corner. Kasha picks it up, and his pass is knocked up into the stands.
Another deflection. Face-off will come out to the neutral zone.
While we have a minute, the next game, actually this is the last game before the holiday break, folks, so the next home game for the Seawolves is going to be January 13th against Liberty. What a way to come back. What a game to
come back.
Come back and play Liberty, so for 2. So come back and join us for that.
Sure to be a wild game at the rinks.
This is Kawicki being watched by Hopkins, and this puck skids past Palmieri, but he touched it, so no icing.
And NYU just broke out with ease there.
I think Tacone took a couple of wide turns and was able to get around the Stony Brook forecheckers. Good move to get out, but now look at this puck is stolen by Riccardi. Riccardi trying to get Palmieri scores on the elevated pass.
That was incredible.
Devin Palmieri, what a goal! And that's his third of the weekend. So he's hot right now. That one,
we'll take a look.
It was an elevated pass that was sinking down, and Kavanaugh didn't have his leg all the way across, and Palmieri found it.
Oh, my sauce. Beautiful.
Yeah. Stony Brook, 4-0.
And just when NYU is getting those opportunities, this is 2 goals in a row where a major lapse occurred.
Oh, and Esposito came in hard on that one, on that play. You can tell some of the guys on NYU are really, really trying hard.
The effort certainly is there. You cannot deny that.
You could see SBU just don't have that one guy that their leading goal scorer. They're missing that guy, and he's not in. And it's tough, you know. So when your leading scorer is not there, it's hard.
It certainly is. As the Seawolves ice the puck. I think a little small argument from the bench that was quickly quelled.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that was an icing.
It was close. It was a close race, though. I do have to hand it to the effort of the Seawolves.
Slevin on the draw for the Seawolves. He wins it. Heffernan will fire it around to Casina, but Casina unable to control it. Now comes to Slevin. Button hook move. Nice move by Slevin. Now he could stop on a dime. It's amazing. Slevin walking in off the pass. Off of Murphy. Back to Casina. Casina controls. Sends it across to Heffernan. Fires a shot one time. Save made by Kavanaugh. And the puck is out. Seawolves excellent back checking right now. There's really not much NYU can do right now at this point in time. Seawolves are just tuning it up now. Good forecheck by Peck. Takes the puck away out in front to Burns. It's loose. Oh, Burns didn't get it all. Shirting will send it back up to Peck. Peck will send it over to O'Brien, who's walking in. Here's O'Brien. Oh, saved by Kavanaugh. O'Brien controls. Sent right back in. Now it's picked up by, it was offsides. Good call by the linesman Marone, who saw the puck come over the line.
A lot of good calls tonight. I will say, usually you get the one or two kind of questionable ones.
It's been a great call game.
No arguments from up here, and for a change, very few from down there.
I know the referee's dad is sitting in the stands. I have to say, I have to compliment him at the end of the game. His son has done a fine job tonight. Picked off in the neutral zone. Here come the Seawolves.
3-on-1.
Burns to Peck. Peck shoots. Oh, over the top of the net. Yoon will send it back in. Peck battles it. Here comes Burns. Burns off the wall with the puck. Fires a high shot.
And that's now a souvenir.
Yeah, that puck left the rink.
And that's going to the band. The fifth line, as they call themselves. Quickly forgetting that they were on cue to play music.
Faceoff will be in the neutral zone. As we are down to 11:07 to go in the third. NYU wins the draw, and out they come.
Shots still very tight, 25-19, SBU's lead.
Pad save, off the toe of Shipman on a tricky shot.
And another one that goes out, and that one, I guess they're going to, yep, that one deflected off the board, so.
Yeah, it'll be face-off in the Seawolves zone. Shipman's done pretty well tonight. Played last night, playing tonight.
Yeah, so far, hasn't shown any chinks in the armor.
Esposito on the draw against Crockett. There's a shot, another pad save. There's another shot knocked down by Lynn as he got in the way of that one.
3 NYU players down on the forecheck here.
Yeah, they are desperate to try to get something. They want to get one goal. They just get something to get this team going.
Well, it all starts with one.
Koleski's shot goes around the net. Behind, and now he's back to get it again. Trying to get it out in front. Right now, Seawolves do get control of it. And this is Pepe. Will fire it into the neutral zone. Trying to get Lynn. Crockett will send it back to Hune as the Seawolves will begin their change. Crockett will control it in the Seawolves zone. Sending it to Molnar, who just taps it. And it's picked up by Hopkins. And dump back into the NYU zone. Pokinchesta with the puck. Sends it across to Mulligan. Mulligan being watched by Kasha as he sends it all the way around. That puck does not get to the net. Locked down in front by Kasha. This is Riccardi off the nice feed. Walking in. Stop, shoots. Oh, off the glove of Kavanaugh. Stony Brook able to keep that puck in. Palmieri, good stick. Now Palmieri will get to it again. Fans on it. Now here's an opportunity. Hart's got to get back. Here's a 2-on. Oh, but it's offsides. How do we got too many? Oh, we got a penalty call.
Slashing.
Emerson makes the call on the slash.
That is unfortunate. Let's see if we can see it here.
Wow. I mean, that was literally going to be a 2-on-0 breakaway. Hart was getting back.
Oh, right there. Look at that. Take a look at the replay here. Right here. Right to the back of the legs.
Oh, yeah.
And then another one to the front.
Ooh.
And that'll do. And that is, that's how you kill an opportunity just like that.
Yeah.
But you say offsides. That was onside by a mile.
Yeah.
But, however, the slashing was a penalty.
A penalty. Seawolves on their 5th power play.
0 for 4 on the night. Hopefully they can grab one here to break that shutout.
All right, Kasher at the point. Winds and fires. A blocker save off the back of the net. Loose puck. And the whistle is being blown here as Palmieri has a NYU player in his grip.
We'll take another look at what transpired there.
May have hit the netting.
It definitely hit the top of the glass, and I think it definitely went out of play. Usually the top of the glass is one of those out of play.
Oh, it was high stick call. High stick. It was high stick. So face-off outside. Slevin on the draw for the Seawolves. Slevin wins the puck. Gets it to Kalilo. Kalilo send it back to Kasha. Kasha will get it to Pepe. Pepe will just send it in. Avoid the hit. This will go all the way back into the Seawolves zone. 1:30 to go in the man advantage for the Seawolves. Kasha to Slevin. Slevin through the neutral zone using his speed. Joey Slevin. Oh, now he's hoisted down. Nice feed from Pepe to Kasha. Kasha with the move and a hook. And no, don't call again, as could have been a couple of penalties there called. Emerson just keeping a whistle in his pocket right now.
I think he's got places to go. I don't blame him at this point. This is one of those time management things that a lot of officials like to talk about is keep the game moving at a proper pace.
Palmieri in after that puck that was sent in. It's loose on the wall. It's down loose. Trying to pin that puck to the wall hard is key.
And successful, killing valuable seconds on this power
but
play.
now the Seawolves will get to it. Slevin will get to it and send it up the wall. Oh, but past Yoon. Yoon in a foot race.
They have determined that the net's dislodgement would have caused the puck to not go in the net.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. It looked pretty conclusive up here. Although, because it went off the post, you can see it goes off the post.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Although, realistically speaking, that puck would have gone in with or without that net being on the mooring.
Yeah, I think those are the goals you have to call because regardless of the net being off a smidge,
it was off more than a smidge. It was off by about half a foot.
Half a foot.
We'll run through one more time here. We'll see exactly how this net dislodges.
All right.
And was it dislodged by an NYU player? No.
Seawolves, playing dangerously there. I mean, that was a goal that NYU would have clearly deserved because of their play. So it's waved off, no goal. And again, Seawolves just, NYU has been very close this whole game, but just could not capitalize on anything. Right now, they're playing their best hockey on the penalty kill right now.
Which is now over.
Yeah, now we're all even up. Oh, that just sizzled wide. Right now, the pucks are finding NYU sticks. More so
looks
than
a lot like the early parts of the game.
Exactly. I was just going to say, looks like the beginning of the game again.
So the Violet player takes a spill into the backboards.
Yoon carrying the puck in deep. Has possession. Now he loses it. Up the wall. O'Brien covering for him. And O'Brien sends one down, trying to get Peck to deflect it. And this is dumped all the way in. Seawolves zone. Back to get it is O'Brien, and he'll get it up to Burns. Burns, 2 moves around NYU players. Burns going wide. Now coming back in. And
I think 4 is the number of NYU players required to stop him on that rush.
yeah. Tipped in by O'Brien as they go for a line change. Heading down to the last 5:57 to go in the third period. Seawolves up by the score 4-0. NYU coming real close on the shorty and being called up back. So right now it's a very, very close game in shots, but the Seawolves are the ones that have capitalized on the scoreboard. Hart comes in with a big hit. Molnar from the point. Ooh, nice wrist shot. Glove down by Kavanaugh.
As we get to the latter parts of this game, definitely 2 opportunities the Seawolves had where they capitalized on major turnovers have iced this game for them. Even though they were goals 3 and 4, you take those away, you're looking at a 2-0 game and something that's well within striking distance where you're definitely considering pulling the goalie with a couple minutes left to try to get something going.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think the like I said before, the team that's able to capitalize on the other team's mistakes, is going to win all the time.
Absolutely. If you watch any of the national games, you'll see that any of the tight games are won purely on the one team that broke first.
Right. Right now, the play has been in the Stony Brook zone for a decent part of the third period, but the Seawolves, again, they find a way to get out and get a couple of opportunities down the other end. This puck comes right out in front. And back up to the point. Shot deflected to the corner. Koleski now will take a shot, and it's blocked by Kasha. This is Lynn. Lynn will pick it up and send it across to Molnar, who'll just tap it out. Back into the Seawolves zone. Shipman will hold it as the Seawolves and NYU go for a change. We're happy you could tune in and watch tonight. If some of you didn't want to come out in cold weather, that's understandable. That's why you
say even despite that, we got a great attendance out in the rinks tonight.
It's true.
The last game of the 2017 calendar year.
And that's tipped in by Palmieri.
They also had the toy drive going on in front.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. So a lot of people bringing stuff tonight. A lot of people filling up the toy bin.
Yeah, the Stony Brook Ice Girls go down and deliver those unwrapped new toys to the Children's Hospital. It's a great event every year.
Yeah. And
you'll definitely see some pictures over on the Stony Brook Facebook page as that happens.
Pepe and Heffernan play some catch. As Seawolves will just kind of try to make some plays happen here. Carty taking a hit. Back to Heffernan at the point. His shot launched high off the deflection. Back to the point. Pepe shot. His shot deflects to the corner. Back to the point to Heffernan. Heffernan walking in. Passes across to Pepe. Sends his shot. Oh, through the screen. Palmieri's been battling down low all night long.
And I think he's going for this one.
Yeah, Palmieri will sit as him and Pontechesta were going at it. So Palmieri will sit for 2. And now 2-minute power play will take us down to the last 134. 3:34 to go in the third period. Stony Brook up by the score 4-0. We want to take this time to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all that other stuff. And I hope you guys have a great holiday with your families and friends. And we're going to see you guys back here in January. And when the Seawolves come back from the break against Liberty. Should be a heck of a series. The last time those two teams met Liberty took liberties with Stony Brook in Game 1. And Stony Brook managed to win Game 2, so they split that series.
It's going to be a fun pair of games up here in Hauppauge.
It will be interesting. It's amazing how they both play in the same division too. You know.
Well, for the longest time, Liberty was an independent team, which I thought was really funny for such a strong program.
Right.
To essentially gamble their national attendance instead of being able to qualify for an auto seed as teams in a league can.
All right.
2:12 to go.
1:05 to go in the man advantage.
And
for NYU.
The shots are only 2 apart. Stony Brook with 26, NYU with 24.
All right. Puck's controlled by NYU right now. Back to the point. And they play back and forth. Pass across a shot. Oh, it went off the shoulder and the post. And Shipman has done a real exceptional job tonight. Played very, very well. He's made some really good saves. You know, critical times of the game, too. And this puck is fired all the way down. I'm surprised NYU hasn't pulled their goalie.
I'm not. It's a 4-goal lead, and going dropping this game 5-0 is doing them no help. And we're even up.
All right, all even up. And Seawolves defend again. Another PK. Successful penalty kill by the Seawolves. Down to the last minute of the game. And the Seawolves will extend their record. They've come into tonight's game actually 14-3. They'll be 15-3, and then take a break and well, some guys will get a rest. Some guys that are injured will get a chance to move to heal. And by January, the team should be back full-blown and ready to go.
And now just a little bit of keep away here. NYU, some of the players are trying to throw some body checks, but at this point, you just got to keep your distance and let this one go.
Right, let's let it sit there and hold that.
And that'll do.
That'll do it. Final game score is the Stony Brook University Seawolves 4, the NYU Violets nothing. Shots on goal through the game, 26 for Stony Brook and 24 for NYU. These two teams will enjoy a break and resume their play in January. Get a nice month off to just kind of, not a month, get a couple weeks off.
A couple solid weeks.
Couple of solid weeks.
Don't take any of those away from them.
Yeah, every day counts. But I'm sure that they're all breathing it better now and ready to go and enjoy the holiday season, as we will. So on behalf of Trevor and Andy, we're going to bid you all a good night and a happy holiday. We'll see you in January.